So my brothers and sisters, today inshallah I am going to share with you all one verse from Surah Ash-Shu'ara. But before I mention the verse, we need to understand one thing, that what was the purpose of revelation? What was the purpose of the revelation of the Holy Quran? Why Quran was revealed? What was the main objective of the Holy Quran? What was the main goal or aim of the Holy Quran? You know, unfortunately, the era we are living in, we treat Quran such a book that is recited occasionally. For example, anytime we have 40-day or 3-day or 1-year prayer, we recite the Holy Quran, which is very good. But this was not only the purpose of the revelation of the Holy Quran. Allah did not reveal the Holy Quran just for us to read for 40-day or 3-day or 1 year. Allah Almighty did not mention in the entire Quran that I have revealed this Quran for you to just recite. Allah did not mention in the entire Quran that I have revealed this blessed book for you to just memorize. Because this was not the goal. This was not the main objective of the Holy Quran. So that's why Allah did not mention it. But what Allah specifically or particularly mentioned in the Holy Quran is that, as in Surah Al-Muhammad, Allah mentioned, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. Don't you reflect deeply upon the verses of the Holy Quran? In the second surah, Surah As-Sad, Allah mentioned, كِتَابٌ أَنزَلْنَاهُ إِلَيْكَ مُبَارَكٌ لِيَدَّبَّرُوا. This is the blessed book which we have revealed upon the heart of Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alihi wasallam, so that لِيَدَّبَّرُوا, they may reflect upon it. They may contemplate on the verses of the Holy Quran. In another place, Allah mentioned, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. Don't they reflect upon the verses of the Holy Quran? Had it been from other than Allah, they would have found within it many contradictions. So what we understand from these few verses of the Holy Quran is that the main objective, the main goal, the main aim behind the revelation of the Holy Quran was for us to ponder or to take guidance and to learn from the Holy Quran. It was never just the recitation of the Holy Quran. It was never about the memorization of the Holy Quran. So one thing is clear. The purpose behind revelation is for each and every one of us to think, to ponder, and to take lesson and guidance from the Holy Quran. But the question is that how many of us try to ponder upon the verses of the Holy Quran? We even struggling to memorize last 10 chapter of the Holy Quran, you know. This is the reality. But once again, I mean, memorization or recitation, both are important for the Holy Quran, because as Nabi Kareem sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam mentioned, if you recite one letter of the Holy Quran, you get 10 blessings. And then he mentioned Alif Lam Mim is not one letter, rather is 3 letters, right? So reward is there. Pleasure of Allah Almighty is there in recitation or in memorization of the Holy Quran. But the main theme, my brothers and sisters, the main goal we have forgotten in our life. And we took something seriously that was not even the goal of the Holy Quran. That was not even objective of the Holy Quran. We took it very seriously. And the serious thing that Allah Almighty is trying to teach us, totally forget. So hence the reason I just decided to share one of the verse of the Holy Quran from Surah Ash-Shu'ara. Allah Almighty mentioned that Man kana yuridu harth al-akhirati nazid lahu fi harthihi. Whoever is interested in the crop of the hereafter, we increase him in his harvest or reaping or crop. And وَمَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ حَرْثَ الدُّنْيَا نُؤْتِهِ مِنْهَا وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ نَصِيبٍ. And whoever is interested, whoever desires the harvest of this dunya, we will give him some of it. وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ نَصِيبٍ. And however, this type of person who only wants the material things, who only wants this dunya, there is no share for him in the hereafter. Now this is the same verse in short word as Brother Imran described, that, whatever you sow, so, what is the phrase? Yeah, that is what you reap. So, my brothers and sisters, what I want to understand, or what we want to understand from this verse is that how Allah perfectly places the letter, how perfectly Allah designed the Holy Quran. Always remember, each letter of the Holy Quran is not a random thing. Each letter of the Holy Quran is perfectly placed by Allah Almighty according to the audience. Just to understand it better with example, if I am going to write a book in Trinidad, my primary audience is what? Trinidad, right? So my book, my content, my vocabulary, my way of writing, every single thing will be according to my audience, which is Trinidad and Tobago. But if I am going to write a book in Pakistan, my primary audience is what? Pakistan. So my content, my subject, my way of writing, my way of choosing the words, the letters will be accordingly. And same is the case with the Holy Quran. When Allah Almighty talking to the believers, the way of talking is different. When Allah talking to the disbelievers, the kafir, the non-Muslim, the way of talking is totally different. So here Allah Almighty describing a very important point, that whoever is interested in the hereafter, we will increase in his effort, we will increase him in whatever he is doing for the hereafter. But what we are going to understand, Allah Almighty uses two letters here. When Allah talk about the hereafter, Allah uses the letter here, Nazid. Noon, Zal, Dal. Nazid. And in the second phrase, when Allah talk about this dunya, Allah uses the letter Nu'tihi, which means we will give. There is a point, my brothers and sisters, those who are familiar with Arabic language, they would understand it better. But just to make you understand, I will explain it in a very simple way. When Allah talk about the hereafter, Allah said, we will increase. If you are going to put your 10% effort for Allah, Allah will increase it to 100%. If you are going to put your effort 50%, for the hereafter, Allah will increase it. But when Allah talking about this dunya, Allah said, Nutihi, we will just give. If you working behind this dunya, you are putting your 100% effort, you may get 50%. You are putting your effort 200%, you may get 100%. So Allah uses two letters perfectly. When Allah talking about hereafter, Allah said, we will increase. You just try, you just walk, rest is up to us. You're trying to perform your 5-time namaz, but you are not able to perform. But you try to perform one, no problem. We will drag you and make sure that you are performing your 5-time namaz. You just have to walk. Nazid lahu, we will increase. And there is no limit. Allah didn't say we will increase it to 10-fold or 20-fold or 30-fold. No, we will increase. Increase upon increase. But this is when? If you are working for the hereafter. If your aim, if your goal is to make your hereafter better. And when Allah talk about this dunya, وَمَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ حَرْثَ الدُّنْيَا نُؤْتِهِ مِنْهَا. And whoever works for this dunya, whoever is interested, whoever desire this dunya, we will give some of it. And this is another interesting thing. Allah mentioned, nu'tihi minha. And they mentioned if you work 100% to establish your business, result may be 50%, 30%, or 70%. But this is not the case when it comes to hereafter. You follow me, right? Allah did not say when you're working for the hereafter, we will give you some of it. No, 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 no. You just try. You just come towards us and we will increase you in your effort. We will increase you in your reward when it comes to the hereafter. And as I mentioned, when it comes to this dunya, Allah said, we will only give you some of it, no matter how hard you work, no matter how much nights you spend in your businesses or behind this dunya to make your business successful or to make your life successful, no matter how many effort you make towards this dunya, some of it. Nu'tihi minha. We will give you some of it. And وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِن نَصِيبٍ. Allahu Akbar. And on top of that, Allah mentioned, this type of person who is just running behind this material, who have wasted his life just behind this material dunya, this transit dunya, وَمَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِن نَصِيبٍ. For that individual, there is no share on the day of judgment. But once again, when we look at the hereafter, and the first phrase, مَنْ كَانَ يُرِيدُ حَرْثَ الدُّنْيَا حَرْثَ الْآخِرَةِ نَزِدْ لَهُ فِي حَرْثِهِ. Allah didn't mention, no problem, you work here, I will give you here, I will increase you in your reward here, I will increase you in your effort here. And Allah didn't say there is no reward for you on the day of judgment. It's open, it's unlimited. As they mention, increase upon increase. So my brothers and sisters, the lesson that we are learning from this particular verse of the Holy Quran is that even if you are going to work for this dunya, Allah will still give you. Hence the reason he said, nu'tihi minha. We will still give you. Don't feel that you are going to run your business, you're going to do this and that, you will not get it. No. Allah make this promise, I will give you, but little bit, as compared to what you are going to get on the day of judgment. So we learn being at loss in this dunya is better than being at loss on the day of judgment. So this verse of the Holy Quran, my brothers and sisters, is teaching us a very unique point that while we are living in this dunya and trying to make our life better, trying to make our life, better and beautiful, we should not forget our main goal. We should not forget our main destination, which is the hereafter. Once we are succeed in that, we are succeed in this dunya. We are succeed everywhere. So yes, my brothers and sisters, we make this dua that Allah Almighty grant all of us tawfiq to reflect upon the verses of the Holy Quran. Reflecting is important once again. Recitation, memorization. Yes, these two things help us to be closer to Allah Almighty, but once again, this was not the main objective of the Holy Quran. This was not the main goal or main theme of the Holy Quran. What was that, the theme or objective? Reflect. Try to understand what Quran is telling you. Try to understand what your Lord is telling you. I read somewhere, for example, I know Urdu and English, right? But if I am trying to read a Spanish book without knowing Spanish, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Right? At the end of the day, I will not get anything, any lesson or any guidance. So once again, we have to ponder upon the verses of the Holy Quran. We have to try our best. I know some of you may think, well, Moulana, it's hard to read the Holy Quran and then translation and then tafsir. No, you don't need to go through all that. Just take one verse of the Holy Quran, read it with the translation, transliteration, and just try to understand according to your knowledge. And then if you don't know or you have any question or stuff like that, you can always, come to our Moulana Sahib. He is also a mufassir, Inshallah, he can guide you. Because, again, reminders are beneficial for believers. So this is the main, purpose behind having these kind of gatherings where we can remind one another so that we can be close to Allah Almighty, so that we can properly educate ourselves about the Holy Quran, about our deen, inshallah al-aziz. Ameen. Bijahi Nabiyil Ameen. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.